I'm Aaron Darton, and I'm a science teacher.
I'm Sam Solomon, and I'm a teacher librarian.
We are
Edtechtives, and we're on the case.
Sam, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We have a new case today.
Excellent.
This one's brought to us by our esteemed friend and colleague, Dr. Frank. She's a doctor. You know this.
I do.
A teacher, also a wonderfully driven person. So I don't have any idea how we're going to solve her problem, but we're going to try our darndest, okay? Her question is, what are the most effective tests or quizzes online, especially for upper high school and college level courses? She teaches those things. Also, I would love to know the best real-time polling tools to incorporate into my real-time lessons. Y'all are the best, and I miss you both. Dr. Emily, yeah, she's a doctor. Detectives are on the case. All right.
So, Aaron, what clues would you look for when you are thinking about effective tests or quizzes online? Like, how would you know that they're effective?
What I'm seeing here in all this is that she's just wanting to, have some really good tools for checks for understanding. Like, are the kids getting it? Mm-hmm. That's the old question we've always been asking as teachers. Anyways, that question is never going to die. I would start small. When you're in the classroom and you're wanting to check to see if kids are understanding things, I think the key is hey, give me a thumbs up. Raise your hand if you know. The good news is there's ways to do that online, right? Remotely. That still exists. I know you are a super genius with this sort of thing, and you have probably researched 1,000 different polling things, and you know all the answers. So what have you found, though? I know you found something better than just, what do you got?
If you want to go farther than thumbs up, thumbs down, you definitely can. And I want to recommend Poll Everywhere as a real-time polling app. Poll Everywhere allows you to create polls that are like multiple choice, that are short answer. You can have the answers displayed like just as the answer themselves or in word clouds. It has a whole bunch of options that you can customize the questions and answers that you're doing. You can turn them on and off so that they're active and inactive when you want people to be answering them. And one of the things that's really nice is probably a lot of teachers are using Google Slides, and Poll Everywhere has a Google Slides add-on that's free that you can pull within your slides. So you don't have to have all of those extra windows open, which is always an added bonus.
All right, cool. Poll Everywhere sounds really useful. Sorry. When I read Emily's question, I got to really, really wondering, tests and quizzes, right? She's saying that real-time aspect that she's looking for. How do you have students take a real-time assessment on a computer, right?
It does feel kind of weird. Well, if you really want the real-time aspect of it, you can totally do your test in a synchronous session. You can have students with their cameras on. They can raise their hand or chat you a question if they have one. So that's a kind of cheap and easy way to create that real-time testing environment. And one of the ways that the tools you can use to do that is Google Forms. So I'm just going to show you really quick what Google Forms looks like. So I just made this sample quiz. It just has a few questions, right? Like one is this the best quiz? And that's a multiple choice question. 2 is learning stuff the best? Also a multiple choice question. And then of course you know that you can add in multiple types of questions. And when you click on the settings for your quiz or for your form, there's 3 tabs. There's general, presentation, and quizzes. And if you click on quizzes, you can just toggle it to make it a quiz. And the second option is locked mode on Chromebooks, which means that people who are taking your quiz can't open other tabs. So you can just turn that on. They have to be taking it through a Chromebook managed through your domain, which might or might not be happening. And one of the things that's nice about this is students get their feedback however you want to them to, right? So they can have it after they submit the quiz, they just get the feedback immediately of what's correct and what's incorrect.
That's huge.
Yeah, right. That immediate feedback is so important. I think especially in a digital learning setting. Mm-hmm. Or you can turn it on later. Like if there's a lot of if there's a lot of short answer questions, you might want to review it before you send it back. But
Yeah.
you can decide what they see, missed questions, correct answers, point values, you can save it. And one of the other things that's nice is you can give feedback on each question when you're in quiz mode.
Look the same. Like we're talking a lot about like do this writing test or do this multiple choice test and that sort of thing, which is very upper high school, college sort of thing. But there's also other ways to do it too. I don't think that you could only do like a quiz or a writing. There's also like video stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, what is that?
Flipgrid?
Flipgrid is fantastic. Yeah, like, you know, kids respond to each other on videos. Gosh, we didn't even touch on really like the Kahoots and the Quizlets and the quizzes, which a lot of times those are just more like practice or independent study tools, but those can also be used as assessments and learnings.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the only thing I would add is just that, like, as we're thinking about the ways that we want to kind of test students' knowledge and ask them to express it, we can think about it like in multiple modalities like we would in the classroom, right? In a classroom setting, we wouldn't just be like, okay, we're taking a test and that's the only way I'm going to check what you know, right?
Yeah, that's
we
dumb.
would build in, you know, a whole bunch of ways, both formative and summative. And so there are plenty of tools that would allow you to do that, including in Google Forms, allowing them to submit multiple responses, right? And learn from that feedback on their test.
Nice. What are the most effective tests or quizzes online, especially upper high school, college level courses? Also, I'd love to know the best real-time polling tools to incorporate into my real-time lessons. So she talked about real-time. She talked about effective tests and quizzes online. Did we solve the case?
Yes?
Yes. Sure. Sounds great. Let's do some 30-second recaps here in a second.
All right.
Lights, camera, go.
So we were thinking about Dr. Frank's question about live polling and about quizzes. And in terms of live polling, we recommended and demonstrated Poll Everywhere, which you can embed in Google Slides with the Poll Everywhere extension. In terms of quizzes, we were talking about Google Quizzes using Forms. You can enable the quiz button, including a lock screen that prevents students from looking at other sites. And also the quizzes can like share your grades with Google Classroom.
All right, Sam, done. You did great.
Thank you.
I think you hit a lot of the key parts there.
Yeah,
Really
there's
love
almost nothing
that.
left for you to do.
You know, you're really good at the details, and I just did not. So I'm not going to talk about any of the details. I'm going to start over and do my 30 seconds. Here we go. And, go. Oh, I got 1 second left. Okay, so Dr. Frank's question was about like assessments, quizzes, polling. How do we assess if kids are getting it? And I think go back to that question, right? This could be it, right? The old thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. But it could be deeper. It could be like, oh, I need to just set up a one-to-one meeting with this kid. I need to do videos for them. But also Sam has like really great tools. Damn it.
That made me so anxious.
That was really bad. He was like, he's not getting anywhere and he's stuttering. And
No, you were delving into philosophical questions, and that's not easy to do.
I wanted to go there, but then there's no time.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think? Should we shut it down?
Yeah.
Should we
Restart?
say case closed?
Yeah. Install the...
Can we say case closed?
I think so.
You think we did that business?
Oh, definitely.